Happy October, everybody. Tuesday, October 1st. It's about 4 p.m. I am in the extreme southwestern corner of downstate Michigan, in between the towns of Galeen and Three Oaks. If that's not a pretty sight, then you're hard to please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are soybeans. You need to understand what these great folks down here encountered with Mother Nature here this year. Whatever you want to say about these soybeans, or of course the lack of maturity of them, it does not matter. The fact that they even put seed in the ground was a godsend. As soybeans as well, it's very obvious to see that that was put in a lot later than this, which was put in extremely late. We're going to talk more about that. I actually did a video 1 year ago, right at the same spot, and obviously both sides were corn. And I can guarantee you that both sides are probably going to be corn next year. Corn, soybeans, corn, soybeans. We're at a very smaller, somewhat half-used railroad crossing here. We just, and it looks like somebody came and delivered a whole bunch of garbage for us to remove. That's fantastic. Well, that takes a lot of brains. We just finished up a fiber optic preparation job here last week. We're starting to tie in a lot of these signal system areas that we're doing here in preparation for cable termination, fiber optic, and I'll spare you the rest of the details. It's top secret, folks. It's top secret. Okay, so I've got the absolute pleasure of being down here a few days a week. If you keep up with the videos, if I have never told you, you obviously understand that I'm still within the railroad systems on a very limited schedule. Anyway, I've got the absolute pleasure of not only being down here working on a beautiful area within the railroad, but being in an extremely powerful area of agriculture. I mean, you can see it right here. All the corn and the soybeans, and there's some fantastic stuff looking out there, folks. Fantastic. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is I cannot and I can never promise you anything. My life, which I have no complaints, is not fit for me to make promises on time. I'm going to do my damnedest this year. This has been a disaster of a year. A semi-disaster of a year concerning weather. I have taken personally a giant hit, which we will talk about sooner than later, on crops, feed, dry hay, even the sorghum crops. The list goes on and on and on and on. I actually really don't care to talk about it right now. Everybody kind of has. Everybody, including these great folks down here. We're going to do our best to turn these a lot of these negatives into a positive. One thing I want to do this fall is I'm going to go ahead and give Big Tractor Power and Mike Less Farmhand Mike a run for their money this year. Okay, that was a complete joke, and I hope you were laughing too. But in all seriousness here, I'm gonna do my damnedest to try and make this this crappy attitude and atmosphere that we've had this year, turn it around into more of a positive. I have full intentions of doing my best of trying to get some action videos downstate here. Whether I'm lucky enough to maybe spot somebody in my travels, or even making a fool out of myself and talking to a couple of these farmers and catching them after hours towards dark in harvesting. I can assume that some people probably have a problem with that. I can assume others would be overjoyed. Not only down here, but back home. I'm very lucky that I have that relationship with the very large dairy, a couple large dairies next to me. And I have full intentions of doing the same back home between the soybeans, harvesting corn, the corn silage, filling bunkers, shelled corn, including my own, obviously, but we're going to see what we can do here this year. There's a lot to complain about, but that's for idiots that like kicking stones. There's no time to do that. So we're going to turn this around and make it positive and see what we can do. I don't know. Got up to 84 degrees down here today. Almost disgusting with the humidity. That's giving that corn that last boom effort there. Back home, it's a different story. I'm actually seeing a phenomenal weather pattern coming up. Now it's going to be cooler. I'm seeing highs of like 60 and 59. But I'm seeing some good weather patterns for us to go after a little bit of baling of straw. And sooner than later, going after the sorghum. If you keep up with the videos, you'll understand that I have made a gentleman's agreement with that large dairy. I am going to pick up after them in some soybean straw. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I am going to pick up some soybean straw, and I'm also going to bale some corn fodder this year. And yeah, a lot to look forward to here in the next couple of months, folks. And we're going to see what we can do. See what we can do. But yeah, very lack of maturity here. I'm not going to talk soybean talk here. That'd be foolish. I don't know anything about it. But compared to a lot of the other stuff that I'm seeing, this obviously has a very good ways to go. So it got in nonetheless. That's the good thing. Oh, that smelled good. Wow. But that's about it. I thought you'd maybe enjoy this little view here. This is quite nice. And a lot of things to come here. Try and make this fun. There's a lot happening in the next 2 months. Of course, you know, all the harvest to come here. Corn silage, some shelled corn, baling of the corn fodder, which is going to be fun, I believe. Kind of hard on equipment, but it's going to be fun. We'll take it easy. I'm also going to go after a very big harebrained idea. And I'm not even going to tell you about it because I'll wait till then for you to laugh at me. I don't want to be laughed at starting now. I've got an idea that I'm going to try. Desperate times, desperate measures for this soybean straw. I'm going to leave it at that. We got a lot of dealings with animals to come here, folks. The Holstein heifers, they are set to disappear mid-November. The lot completely cleaned out, and I'm still working on that lot. The beef calves weaned off and thrown in the lot. The list goes on and on. So yeah, we got a lot going on. Of course, the baling of sorghum, I think I already said that, and obviously a little bit of fall time tillage. I don't see a lot of it going on this year, but getting some of it in, getting a little bit of ahead of next spring. So yeah, you're gonna have to excuse me. I had an onion for lunch and it's still messing with me. I should have known better. But that's about it. I do believe I'm going to be on a different area down here tomorrow, and maybe I'll give you a better look at some of the corn and soybeans that are down here. And I got to tell you, some of it's looking extremely great. So yeah, folks, checking in, saying hello, doing a little bit of blabbing. That's about it. I got to get my lazy butt in gear. We're going to talk to you sooner than later.